This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to HIgclimbers Stadium on the campus of Shelton High School. I'm Dietrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Tonight we kick off week 2 of the 2017 high school football season with the home opener for the Shelton HIgclimbers as they host the O'Day Fighting Irish. This will be the second year in a row these teams play each other in week 2. O'Day took last year's matchup with little trouble, running to a 45-6 win over at Memorial Stadium in Seattle. As you know, the HIgclimbers lost to North Mason last week, 21-12 in the 6th annual Mason County Cup. The Bulldogs took advantage of Shelton mistakes to win their second Mason County Cup game. The Fighting Irish slipped by Lincoln in their season opener at Husky Stadium last Saturday. Second-ranked O'Day overcame a slow start to beat the 5th-ranked Abe's 23-21. This is the Irish's first trip to the grass field of HIgclimbers Stadium, and they will be a handful for Shelton. Can the Climbers get by the number 2 ranked team in the state, or will O'Day just run them over? That's what we're here to find out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with Shelton coach Matt HIgclimbers as we are just minutes away from kickoff of the HIgclimbers 2017 home opener. The O'Day Fighting Irish at the Shelton HIgclimbers next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Dietrich Allen. It is now time to talk with the coach. Coach Matt HIgclimbers is on the phone. And Coach, what are your impressions of the North Mason game?
We kind of came in and executed as anticipated. We're relatively young all the way across the board, and there was a substantial amount of newbie mistakes, and those are things that we'll address and reduce and ideally eliminate, but certainly reduce. But part of that comes with experience, obviously, and for quite a few of the kids, it was their first time varsity experience. And hats off to North Mason because they executed better than we did.
It was a really close game up until, about midway through the third quarter?
Yeah, well, actually, what happened is we went up early, then they came back and went ahead by a PAT, and then we scored in the third quarter, and then we unfortunately fumbled right down by our end zone. They picked it up in the end zone and scored, so they're up by 14-12, and we get the ball back after stopping them for a series, and we're moving it fairly well, and then we get a couple untimely mistakes and penalties, and we're forced to throw, and they pick it off and run it back. So it was a good game. It was a good opener. Unfortunately, we just made too many mistakes, and to North Mason's credit, they outplayed us, I thought.
When your team arrived and got on the field for the first time, I was up in the stands setting up, and I heard some pretty amazing little comments about the field.
Oh, it was nice, wasn't it? I mean, in all honesty, happy for North Mason. You hate to lose, but Phil Pugh's a class act, and it was the christening of their field. So if there's any type of consolation, a glimpse of consolation, it's the fact that I'm happy for the community up there and them putting their field together, and it's quite a spectacle.
From a standpoint of the media, I heard one of the reporters was along the sidelines made a comment that the sportsmanship of this game was just great. Did you get that? Well,
that's nice to hear. When you get comments like that, and you always think it's like having your own kids. When you hear comments and they're in a positive manner, it makes you feel well or feel good. And naturally, you think your kids are better than any other kids. That doesn't pan out, but you're a little biased. But when you hear it from an unsolicited source like that, it certainly is welcome.
Now, in the game, a lot of I guess you had a lot of people who came away with leg cramps and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of indicative of the first game of the season?
It is, and unfortunately, we got the kids that we had getting leg cramps. So they were playing a lot of football, and we'd like to be able to substitute a little bit more, and hopefully we'll get to that point. But Wyatt Free, for example, doesn't get off the field too much, and he's a big old kid, and he was cramping up pretty good.
The remedy to that is just staying hydrated, or
staying hydrated and condition, and a little bit more rest. Hopefully, give him spells where he's not on the field for 48 minutes.
Okay, let's move on to this week. You've got a really tough test with O'Day coming to Shelton. And we talked about this last week, but what do you think after hearing what they did to Lincoln?
Well, we were able to watch the film, and Lincoln's got a good squad as well, and it was a good game that they played, and their rankings and predictions are spot on. O'Day's historically been a great program, so we got a challenge, but the biggest thing is we addressed earlier is the fact that it doesn't matter who the opponent is. You can compete against yourself and reduce the self-inflicted wounds that you administered, and that's what we're doing. We're attempting to come close to our potential, and when that happens, good things happen. It's the game's a challenge, and they're physically bigger and stronger than we are, and more experienced, but it's still a battle against self in every aspect.
If you could consider something of an advantage, would that be the grass field?
I would hope so. It's up to about knee high by now, and after the game, we're gonna cut it and put it in bales. The grass, yes, I'm hoping so. I may not see any of that up in Seattle. Playing on turf fields, I don't know where they practice, but certainly we hope it does. And we love the grass field. I think in a perfect world, you're always playing on grass, but we know the limitations we've got as far as our field, as far as the water level and all that stuff that comes into play. But I would consider that an advantage. It hopefully slows them down and kind of levels the playing field a little bit.
When you're preparing for this game, you said you watched the film against Lincoln. Do you look at what happened last year at any point?
We do. We look at that film as well. In all honesty, we put the game on the schedule last year for a couple of reasons. We haven't had much success up at Memorial Stadium. We played a couple playoff games there in the past against Ballard High School and Nathan Hale, and we wanted to expose the kids. And honestly, we had a good bunch last year. I felt that could match up well against O'Day, and they did for predominantly the first half. They played real well, and then O'Day kind of ran away with it the second half a little bit, but. It was a good test for him and a good memory maker. This year, we're a little bit inexperienced, so it's going to be a challenge in that aspect. But like I said earlier, it's a game against self, just like everything else in life, and that's the way we'll approach it.
So, out of the North Mason game, you had the leg cramps and what have you. Anybody else get injured?
No, it was uneventful as far as that goes, which is good, and. Quite honestly, the kids have prepared themselves well, and that helps in injury prevention. So we came out of it healthy, and grade-wise, the kids are doing well. We got a couple kids that will be eligible here, hopefully this week and in week 4. So same issues everybody has, as far as keeping kids healthy and eligible. But by and large, the kids have done a pretty good job on that.
Okay, Coach, that's all I had for you. Thank you for taking some time.
Thanks, Steve.
That's Coach Matt Hinkle. Now it's time for the presentation of the colors.
And now, presenting the colors tonight are Cadet Chief Petty Officer Alexis Young, Cadet Lieutenant Commander Vanessa Combs, Cadet Chief Petty Officer Cyrus James, Cadet Petty Officer First Class Stephen Gonzai. The flag detail raising U.S. flags are Cadet Seaman Thomas Dahlman, Cadet Seaman Fernando Salamanca, and Cadet Seaman Chase Jellison.
Shelton Marching Band with the national anthem, and the Shelton NJROTC with the colors.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back with more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show in a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday you can...
Well, we're just going to have to interrupt that commercial because we're about ready to get some play underway, Jerry. This is really quicker than the pregame than usual. Let's see here. O'Day did win the toss, and they deferred like most teams do. So the HIgclimbers will start out with the ball. And here we go. Number 16, Jerry. I don't have. Let's see. Get the right sheet out, and I'll tell you who that is. Lad Buckheit. We're underway here. And the return, I didn't see who got that, but the return up to about the 34. That's where the HIgclimbers will start out with the ball.
A return of about 8 yards.
Yeah, let's see, I'm not hearing you, Jerry. Let's see here. Get that a little closer, right there. Try that.
Return of about 8 yards on that kickoff.
Okay. So out of the gun will go Rhodes. Man in motion is Jason Kenyon. He'll take the ball and turn the corner and just get stuck right there. Wow. Nice tackle by number 52, Jack Markowitz, on the play defensively for O'Day.
No gain on the play.
So second down and 10 for the HIgclimbers. Stand by, everyone. I'm working on some audio issues at the moment. Should clear it up a bit here. All right. Get out of the gun with a second, second and 10. Low snap. Rhodes handles it well, but gets just pulled under.
Tackle by 50.
Yeah, and taken down by VJ Malo. Obviously, we're underway. First possession of the ball game for the HIgclimbers.
Looks like a loss of about 6 yards on the play.
All right. Play comes in from the sidelines. Got Cody Hall in there. Rhodes will go out of the gun again. He's got two receivers on each side. Coots out wide to the near side. Quick little dump off. It's off the hands of Travis Colmanson and nearly picked up by the somebody on the outside. Who was that? That was Trevor Meyer. Nearly had a deflection reception, so that brings up fourth down quickly. And a punting situation for the HIgclimbers. Zach Della Sencha on to do the kicking. Nobody really back deep for the Fighting Irish. Nice spiraling kick. That'll go all the way inside the 20. Picked up. Let's see, that's Connor Gregoire. Picked it up, maybe returned it 2-3 yards,
yeah,
Jerry.
About 3 yards. Nice punt.
It's a good punt for Della Sencha. So it'll be first and 10 for the Irish from O'Day. So their quarterback, it looks like it's going to be Almonte Scott. Is that correct? Number 7. He'll just put short drop and pitch and catch. Short little diving catch there. It looks like he's at a 20. It's an 88.
Gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, Miles Teleferio. If I get that right, I apologize if I don't. Got a lot of crowd noise for some reason, Jerry. So second down and about 7 for the Irish. Scott hands it off. First guy through the pack there. I didn't see the number, Jerry. I don't know who that was, Jerry. All I got is Michael. Oh, I didn't see who that was on that. It would be 3rd and 1 for the Irish.
I believe it was number 12.
Number 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Second and short. This is going to be a little toss, and squirting his way in, number 20. That's Connor Gregoire again. That's a first down for the Irish, up near the 38-yard line. And Hall with the tackle. So it's 1st and 10 for the Irish. They're going to spot the ball at the 39, actually. A quick little pass. It's complete. Nice move on the outside and up to midfield. Number 17, Cyrus Hunter, on the catch there for the Irish. That should be enough for a first down.
Second first down for O'Day.
So 1st and 10 for the Irish. Still first quarter.
Passes so far.
Out of the gun will go Scott. Gets everybody set, and he'll keep it himself. We've got a guy running in front of him. Nice open field tackle by Cody Hall. We do have a penalty on the play, though, I believe. Yes, right at the end of the tackle. And we'll see what the call is going to be from our head referee as they discuss things. It's like an illegal use of the hands on O'Day, so that'll march him backwards. And it'll still be first down, but probably close to 15 yards from the spot. Maybe, yeah. Back into O'Day territory, and they'll put it at the 44-yard line.
And a 10-yard penalty?
Yep. And that'll be about first and looking about 15.
That'll be 1st and 15 for the Fighting Irish.
Clock is running there, 8:24 to go here, first quarter. No score. Kind of like a prize fight, Jerry.
Yeah, usually that first round is kind of a stalemate.
Quick little hand, a fumble on the play and diving on it. I think the HIgclimbers have it, Jerry. The HIgclimbers do have that ball. And who came up with that? It's going to be Meyer. Trevor Meyer with the fumble recovery, and the HIgclimbers get the ball back in Irish territory. The ball just kind of squirted right out of there, Jerry. First turnover of the ball game gives the HIgclimbers great field position at the 45. We'll actually call it the 44 of O'Day. 1st and 10 for Shelton. Rhodes will bring him out. Out of the gun he'll go. 2 receivers on each side. You got Coots wide near side. Looks like Meyer wide on the far side. And then Rhodes will keep it. Run into a wall of Irish.
Tackle made by number 22.
On the tackle for the Irish is going to be Michael, Ulagulu. That's probably really butchering that name, Jerry. Sorry about that. 2nd and 10 coming at the 45 for the HIgclimbers. Coots come wide and near side. Working in the slot with Troy Goodwin on the far side, 3 receivers. Goodwin will go in motion, handoff, a fumble on that play. Goodwin falls on that, and the possession will stay with the HIgclimbers with a loss on the play. Brings up 3rd and about 13.
Who ran the ball?
It would be Goodwin.
Okay.
So we have 3rd and 12 coming. HIgclimbers trying to take advantage of a turnover by the Irish. Out of the gun will go Rhodes. 3 receivers far side. Coots is alone on the near side. Johnson's the guy in the back front. It's a quick pass to Coots. Coots jukes to the middle and tried to dive out of the grasp of number 6 for O'Day. That's Michelle Powell with the tackle. Brings up 4th and 10.
Yeah, got back to the line of scrimmage, picked up 3 yards. First completed pass.
Sorry, Jerry, turned your headphones off there for a minute.
What's that?
I turned your headphones off. I didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So punting situation. And this time they will send Connor Gregoire back deeper as Villa Sancho will get off another good high punt. A little shorter this time, but Gregoire will take it at the 16. Got a no flag on the play. Reverses his field, coming around. He's got an edge, trying to get up to the 30, 35. Slips a tackle, 50 now, on the run. And he's finally pulled down in HIgclimber territory near the 45-yard line. A good return by Gregoire, Jerry.
Very nice return.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Irish. And they're going to spot it right on the 45. Nose right on the yard line. Their second crack at it offensively now. That fumble for O'Day just a few the last series kind of stopped any momentum that they had built, but that return by Gregoire probably got them fired up as Scott will go under center. I formation. He's going to hand it off to the first guy through, and it takes 3 HIgclimbers to pull him down. And that's number 47, Skylar Cloth with the carry for O'Day. Give him 5.5 yards. Call it 5. Give him 6. Why not? I'm generous. Officially just 5. 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line for the Irish, just inside the 40. Scott will go under center with 2 backs behind him. Hand off again. Nope, he's going to keep it, and on the option, pitch it. And a nice open field tackle by Cody Hall on Mark Tafaya, trying to get around the left side.
About 2 on the play.
And he's a 3rd and I'll call it 3.
Okay.
Ball is on the 37-yard line. Scott will go under center again. He's got an I formation and a receiver on each side. On a 3rd and short situation. This time it's going to be pitched to Jamin Patu, and he'll get around the outside, driving his legs inside the 10. He's still going. And did he score? He did. Touchdown, Irish.
So a 37-yard touchdown run by number 9.
Number 5.
Good.
Number 5.
Number 5. So 37-yard run.
And that puts the Irish on the board. And I got to get my scoreboard out so I can post it. And that extra point is coming up. Stephen Powell is the kicker. Color looks like it's Gregoire. Snap is good, spot is good, kick is up, kick is good. And so the Irish score first on their second possession, making it 7-0. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
So we're back. How many plays did they go, though, did Jerry, do you know?
Yes. I have 4 plays.
4 plays, okay. So O'Day gets their first touchdown in 4 plays after stopping the HIgclimbers twice and giving the ball back to them, the ones. 4:20 to go here.
And they had 3 first downs on the drive.
And about ready to kick it off. Back deep, it looks like it's going to be Jason Kenyon back deep for the HIgclimbers. And Powell has it teed up and kicked deep. Actually, it's going to be caught at the 20 to the 30 on the return. I think that's Cody Hall up across the 33-yard line. It was Cody Hall on the return, number 42.
About to gain a 10-yard return.
To the 34, actually 14. Got it at the 20. Yeah. I know you can't see it. There's too much stuff in your way, Jerry. 1st and 10 for the HIgclimbers on their own 34-yard line. Their third possession of the ball game. Couldn't do much with the last one after the turnover. Rhodes will go out of the gun again. He'll send 2 receivers to the far side and 2 to the near side, and it's going to be a bobbled snap, and the pass is deflected, intended for Jason Kenyon. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming from the 34.
So far, Shelton has had a pretty balanced attack. They have passed 3 times and ran 4 times.
So 2nd and 10, actually pretty close to 2nd and 11, but we'll keep it at 10, Jerry.
Yeah.
Although it should be because it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it should be right at
there they go. They moved the marker. New crew out there for the chain gang, I think. Gun again for Rhodes. Same formation. Man in motion is Goodman. He'll get a little faked handoff. Not much faked out from O'Day. The Irish just collapsed right on Evan Rhodes. Nice penetration.
Looks like a loss of 2 on the play.
Nice idea, but I almost think that Rhodes should have given up that ball on that one. Let Goodwin try and run around,
Yeah,
but you know, we're not down there. I don't want to have that decision. 3rd and 12 coming at the 32.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hand it off to Goodman.
This time Rhodes will go under center in an I formation. 2 receivers on the near side. Little play action. Rhodes on the rollout. Got a guy there. Throws to Johnson. Johnson bangs bodies just shy of the 40, and we have a flag at the end of the play. And that might be some sort of a penalty on the defender. Johnson with a nice catch and tried to turn it upfield. See what they're talking about there and what the penalty is. It's going to be hitting on the head, helmet to helmet contact on O'Day, Jerry, so they'll march off. And if I'm right, it's going to be 15.
Yeah, definitely.
There's some hard hitting out there. I've seen a lot of stuff going on after the play too. So that
anytime you hit above the shoulder,
yeah,
it's automatically going to be 15 yards.
So they'll march that off on the penalty to O'Day, and that's the 2nd on them. Am I right, Jerry? 2 penalties on O'Day?
Yes, it is. That's the 2nd penalty.
And that one's a big one. Kept the drive alive for the HIgclimbers and puts them in O'Day territory.
Yeah, that's the second penalty for O'Day. They've had a total of 25 yards of penalties.
The HIgclimbers have a deep huddle back near the 30. And the time is stopped as they're still discussing things. I'm not sure what they could possibly be discussing. Another conference. I hate these second week games when they have a whole bunch of conferences and slow the pace down of a game that might have been going. So I think we've got everything set. And they'll wind the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 for Shelton on the O'Day 47-yard line. HIgclimbers still way back in that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're way back there.
And that was the first down for Shelton. O'Day has had 3 first downs.
They were a good 25 yards behind the play, Jerry.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
Yeah. Camaraderie. The guy out of the, well, actually, he's going to go out of the under center, and I think we're going to have a timeout or a delay of game here at this point. Not really sure what we're doing here.
Well, I didn't see Shelton call a timeout.
No, but there was a whistle before, just as they came to the line. Yep, delay of game on the HIgclimbers, so they'll march it back 5 yards.
And that's the first penalty on Shelton. That was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, they took a long time to either get to the line of scrimmage. Now they're a lot quicker. They have a 1st and 15 in their own territory now after the 5-yard penalty. Under center will go Rhodes in I formation. There should be a penalty there as a defender jumped into the neutral zone, and that's offsides, encroachment, whatever you want to call it. So now we're going to go back the way we were.
Yeah. 3rd penalty on O'Day.
Now it's 1st and 10. Back into O'Day territory at the 47. 2:45 to go here, first quarter. 7-0 O'Day.
Fumble.
Another fumble. O'Day says that they had the ball. What do the guys in the stripes say? I think they're going to say it's down. Yeah, they're going to say it's down. So.
That his knee hit the ground before the.
Well, either they jumped on it or whatever. A loss of 2 on that play. So bring 2nd and 12 at the 49 now. Clock is still running. We're approaching 2 minutes to go first quarter. 7-0 O'Day. Shelton with the ball. Shelton in the black uniforms, obviously, with the ball. Out of the gun will go Rhodes. Snap just right on target. Quick pass complete out to Anthony Boren on the reception. Got probably 10 yards, so it brings up 3rd and 2. So 3rd and short. This is a manageable 3rd down for the HIgclimbers.
Yeah, Rhodes has thrown 5 times, completed 3. Fairly balanced attack.
I think the logic here, or at least the game plan, might be to use as much time as possible.
Yes.
As Anthony Boren brings in the play from the sidelines. I noticed one thing about the HIgclimbers. Well, they don't. It's usually the quarterback that runs back and forth. Not in this system, or not this year. It's one of the receivers. So they're going to dive forward. Evan Rhodes just pushes a pile and a 1st down for the HIgclimbers at the 35-yard line. Didn't expect that at all.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Good push up front. I think he caught everybody off guard defensively, and they're able to get underneath those, get the leverage going against
that
O'Day.
is the 2nd first down for Shelton, and I think we're going to give him a gain of about 4 on the play.
I'm going to say I agree with you there, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Thank you.
1st and 10 at the 35. Actually, it's probably closer to 3, but we'll keep it at 4.
It was a nice call.
It was a good call. 3 receivers on this near side. Out of the gun will go Rhodes. 1 receiver far side, and he's going to throw there. It is through the hands, and didn't see who that was targeted. I think that might have been Lester, John Paul.
Number 16?
Yeah, John Paul Lester I think he was thinking about running before he got that ball. You hate those. I'm going to run. I got nobody on me.
You know, Rose is pretty accurate on his throws. I noticed that even last week at North Mason.
Yeah, so he had a pretty decent game despite the loss.
Yeah.
A lot of positives there. 2nd and 10, though, from the 35 of O'Day. High climbers on the march. Out of the gun will go Rhodes. Going to hand it off to Max Johnson, and he doesn't get much. Probably lost a yard on that.
Yeah.
Nice thought, though. Keep it mixed up, keep them guessing.
That was Max Johnson that took the handoff for the carry for the high climbers.
Going to make it 3rd and 11.
He was met by B.J. Wallow.
First quarter winding down. They'll probably just let it wind down, and we'll head to the second quarter here with the high climbers with 3rd and 11 at the O'Day 36.
And that first quarter went fairly quickly.
Even with a couple of penalties that we had.
Well.
So that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Back at High Climbers Stadium, Diedrich Allen, and I didn't introduce Jerry Apple. Jerry, thank you for joining us in the broadcast.
My pleasure.
I'm still working on your levels. It's really quiet, and that's not a Jerry Apple thing.
Can you hear me pretty well now?
Yes. I don't know what the deal is here.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that when we have more of a break.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the High Climbers as we swap in.
Anyway.
Yeah, we can hear you. For Shelton, they're at the O'Day 36-yard line. Rhodes will go out of under center. Colbinson will move to the slot just outside the lineup. A little rollout under pressure, and he'll slip a tackle. Rhodes on the run, and then he'll be swallowed under. I am not sure, but I thought I saw him possibly a face mask on there.
Loss of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, I thought I saw somebody grabbing at a face mask, but I guess it was wrong. 4th down, and looks like 14.
Loss of 2 on the quarterback keeper.
So it looks like they're going to punt, try to pin him deep. Zach Della Sancha is on there to punt it. And Gregoire is going to go back deep, about his 10, to receive the punt. Della Sancha has had a good game. This one's a little shorter, but still high. It'll hit at the 25 and take a high climber roll to the 20, and that's where O'Day will take over with their first possession of the second quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Real quick, back to the field. Here comes Scott back to pass. He's got a guy deep. He's going to throw it actually short, and it is complete to number 81. That's Miles Klingler with the reception and the first down, and the Irish are coming out firing.
I was surprised he didn't throw long.
Well, I think he might not have that quite of an arm, or he didn't see the guy that was looking.
And that was the fourth first down for O'Day.
So 1st and 10 for the Irish at their own 37-yard line. Scott under center, short drop. He's looking to the near side. He's going to lob that one a little too long, and they're going to get an interference of some sort.
He got him with the shoulder
did he?
A little bit there.
Victor Felder was the intended target, overthrew him. Is that going to be penalty on?
It'll be against Shelton.
Will it be? Okay. Yep, it is. So that'll be 10 yards, I believe, on those. Not a spot thing. Like in the...
Oh, wow.
No, wait a minute.
Wait.
Was that wrong?
They're calling it against O'Day. I thought Shelton had been the one that interfered, but okay, I'm wrong.
You're wrong. I thought for sure he indicated that way, but I guess he didn't. Wow, what a break for the HIgclimbers. I guess there was some things that maybe we didn't see before.
Well, the Shelton defender did get him with the elbow to shoulder there. That's why I was surprised they called it the way they did.
Well, that'll bring up 1st and, boy, is that right? 20, looks like 25.
Is that a 15-yard penalty?
Wow, interesting. All right, Scott will go under center in an I formation with 2 receivers far side. He'll hand it off. I believe that's Gregoire on the run in. And he's stuttering his way inside or outside the 30 to the 35, very close to the 35. So that gets back most of the penalty. Brings up 2nd and looks like about 14, Jerry.
Yeah.
Ball spotted at the 34. Got to hand it to the crew here, the grounds crew here. This field looks really nice.
Yes.
Not quite as nice as the artificial turf in North Mason, but this is really nice.
Right.
Good shape so far. Scott will pitch it this time, and they'll pitch it to number 9. That's Marca Tafaya. And get inside, well, actually close to the 40-yard line. So gain of 5 there, I believe, Jerry. Actually, they're going to call it the 38.
Who was the number?
On the run, number 9. So 3rd down, and it looks like 8 to go for the first down for O'Day. Under center will go Scott. He's got a receiver on each side, and he'll do a little play action, a little rush going on. He'll dump it off, overthrow his intended target of Cole Denninger. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Fighting Irish of O'Day. And we do have a flag on the play, though. And there's a hold on the Irish. I would expect you to decline that. That's what I would do.
I would think so, yeah.
And bring a 4th down rather than give them another opportunity offensively.
Yeah, anytime the flag is thrown in the backfield of the team that's on offense, it's going to be a holding call. But you know, you can almost call holding on any play.
Well, that's true. You got a point there. So they're going to refuse it, 4th down, and it does look like the Irish are going to punt that. Let's see, is it trying to see who the punter
Boy,
is.
the penalties have really hurt O'Day.
Jason Kenyon back standing about his 25 to receive the punt, and it'll actually be Scott. Nope, it's not Scott. Ooh, almost blocked, but I think it was deflected.
He got a little bit of it.
Now that's the number 84 that I do not have on my roster. And that'll give the HIgclimbers excellent field position on that. Looks like on the O'Day 40. Wow.
No, I don't think there was any gain on yards on that play.
Either way, it was a bother of the punter. So 1st and 10 for
I think
Shelton.
he did get a piece of the football.
Well, it's always possible.
There was a good rush, too.
So Rhodes will send 3 receivers to the near side. Coots is a single man in the far side, and he'll throw to the near side. It is to Goodwin, and that's incomplete. Setting up kind of a receiver bubble screen there, Jerry. It was just thrown a little underthrown, I should say.
So Rhodes has passed 6 times, and he's completed 3.
Yeah, 50%. I'll live with that.
Huh?
I'll live with 50%. So 2nd and 10 from the 40. Anthony Bourne will bring in the play from the sidelines. Clock has stopped at 9 minutes here in the half. I formation for the HIgclimbers. Coots far to the far side. The pitch is going to go to. Oh no! Double pass doesn't work and it's intercepted. Nice thought though. I think that was Goodwin on the throw. Interception. That ended any threat the HIgclimbers could have had. But a good try for Goodwin. I think he just underthrew that one. And a good read by the Irish defense.
Now, was Goodwin the one last week against North Mason that passed twice?
More than likely, I can't remember.
I think he
Might
was.
have been,
I
yeah.
think he was. Yeah.
So it'll be Irish ball on their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott will go under center with I-backs and a receiver on each side, hand it off to the first guy through, and he just bowls his way forward for 5 yards. Who was that? 22. Michael Ulagalu. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing some of these names. Brings up 2nd and 5. From the, well, they're actually spotted at the 24. Same formation for O'Day. Stein will hand it off. Nice little cutback, but right into a couple of HIgclimbers. Spinning, though, for the first down. I'm thinking that was number 9 on that carry. Am I right? Nope, number 5. That was Jamin Patu with the first down run. Ball spotted right at the 30.
5th first down for O'Day.
So this formation that they have is pretty much a standard pro set with an I formation. A little play, misdirection, and Scott kind of faked out a guy in his shoes, throws at the line of scrimmage. It's complete and up to midfield.
Number 81?
Yeah, number 81. That's Miles Klingler with a first down. The HIgclimbers had good penetration, but Scott showed his elusiveness on that one, or that play, and his awareness of the line of scrimmage because he threw it right before the line of scrimmage.
So they're a real nice, sharp, crisp pass.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Like you said, though, I'm not sure if he throws long.
Probably not.
But
be 1st and 10 for O'Day at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, 6 first down.
There's going to be a pitch this time to Gregoire. Gregoire gets around the edge, banging bodies into the 45 of Shelton. It's good, solid running there.
Yeah, pick up of about 7 on that play.
It'll be 2nd and 4. Clock continues to run. 7-0 lead by the Irish. Different formation this time. 2 receivers to the near side. Out of the, well, actually he's got 2 backs behind him. Scott, delayed handoff. This time to Tafia, and he's gets way beyond the first down marker to the 35. Finding those holes they are, Jerry. It looks like a late arriving crowd. We're at a full capacity here. So 1st and 10.
What was his number?
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay, Tafia.
Mark Tafia.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 35 for the Irish. 35,
first down.
35 of Shelton, that is. What do we have here? Some substitutions for the High Climbers and a lot of time for the Irish. It's got to go under center in that same formation. Gets him set, and he'll hand it off. There's Tafia. The nice run. He kind of ran over Cody Hall, but slowed him down enough for the High Climbers to end up stopping him, but not after a 5-yard gain to the 30. Scott will send a receiver to each side. And out of that I formation, under center he settles. Handoff to the big, another fumble.
It's going to be recovered by O'Day, it looks like.
Yeah, falling on it, number 72. Yeah, that's Duggan Morin. And that almost gives him a first down after that.
Picked up 3 on the play.
3rd down and 2. 6:10 and counting on that first half clock. 7-0 for the High Climbers, or for the O'Day Fighting Irish on top of the High Climbers.
3rd and about 3?
3rd and 2, Jerry.
Okay.
Same formation. They do a lot out of this formation, Jerry.
Yeah, they do.
It's got me kind of confused, but that's a straight out pitch to Gregoire. Yeah, Gregoire to the 15 on the run.
8th first down.
And here are the Irish knocking on the door again. The 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Shelton. Taking a bit of their time here. Still go out of that eye. This time Scott will on the row out with the option. He'll cut it back up the middle, slip a tackle. He's got a lot of grass in front of him, going for the goal line. Touchdown on a 15-yard run. So 5:25 to go here in the second quarter. And the Irish add to their lead. So Powell's on to kick the point after. And the holder for O'Day is number 82. That's Hank Frislinski. He's a lefty, left foot kicker. That's interesting. You don't see too many of those. There's a snap, little high placement, good. Kick is up, is it good? It is. And another one. 14-0, O'Day on top. We will be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Waiting for the kickoff. After the O'Day Irish march down the field and add to their lead.
Angel Lucero, Emily Armfield, Viviana Coro.
And O'Day's out there already, getting ready to tee it up. Powell has it. Actually, that's not Powell. It's Powell. It's Stephen Powell at the 40.
Kristen Bailey.
Let's see here.
Cody Dean. Candy Huff.
So cheerleaders are being introduced here.
And number 12 is back deep for us.
Number 12 is Trevor Meyer.
Okay.
Oh, got a late addition there. As Wyatt Free comes in the middle of the field. There's the run up in the kick. Nice end over end will drive Meyer back to about the 8-yard line. He'll go straight up the middle, get his blockers. He's got a little bit of a lane, and he slips his way up across the 25 to 27 or so.
Very nice kickoff. 50 yards, 52 yards on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was a good, nice. That's what you want, is a high end over end.
Yep.
Deep enough that keeps it in the field to play. So they'll spot the ball at the 28, it looks like, first and 10.
And a fairly nice return.
Yes.
20-yard return.
20-yard return.
Yeah.
Seven Rhodes, still the man running the show for the High Climbers. I think we're missing a player for Shelton in their huddle. There he goes. Here comes Troy Goodwin. And I guess he had an equipment issue. He's working on his helmet there. Rhodes will go under center, send a receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Colbinson's in the slot. Handoff to Johnson, the first guy through, and he's just met by a wall.
Yeah, looks like a loss of about
no gain on that. I don't say no gain at all.
Oh, he lost. He lost it.
I'm where the referees. Forward progress.
They're going with their forward progress. Okay.
Yeah. So 2nd and 10.
Yep, you're right.
So trailing 14-0 are the High Climbers. Anthony Bourne will bring in the play from the sidelines. Looks like Bourne will come wide to the near side. And that's Coots far on the far side, and Colbinson in the slot near side. Handoff. Nope, play action. Rhodes will spin around, slip a tackle, and down he goes. Sack. The Irish kind of read that one. It's going to be a loss of close to 10, Jerry.
Yeah, 10 yards.
Actually, going to be 9. Let's say 9. 19-yard line. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying a loss of 9.
And the original line of scrimmage was on the 30.
28. We're going to say second, actually 3rd down and 19 is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Well, it depends. There's a difference in everything here.
Yeah.
And it might be more than that. Quick little pass out, complete to Colbinson. Colbinson's stuck right there at the 30, but a nice quick pass to the slot receiver. Does bring up 4th down, though. And Della Sancha is on to punt it away.
Gain of about 15, 14.
Yeah, 14. And a punt for the High Climbers. Low snap.
Ooh, looks like
partially blocked on that one, and it goes out right in front of the High Climbers on the sidelines at their 42, 43-yard line. Not what you want to do, not what you want to see. Give the Irish a short field.
Well, the Irish had one that was partially blocked.
Right.
Now we've had one that's partially blocked.
Good penetration.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 at the, well, they're going to spot it at the 42. So Scott will go under center with the same formation that they like to run, except there's going to be 2 backs behind him. He goes, settles under center, back to pass he goes. Lots of protection. He'll throw over the middle, got a guy there, no, overthrew him, incomplete.
Well, I'm going to take that back.
About what?
He can throw deep.
Yeah, he can. But there's a flag in the backfield. I saw the hold. It's a hold here on the, I mean, I was looking at it's pretty close to hold, and I think that's what we're going to get.
And the penalties have really hurt O'Day.
Yeah, that'll be a hold on the Irish, and that'll march him back 10. This will be 1st and 20.
60 yards and penalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's for O'Day, right?
That's for O'Day, that is correct.
Shelton a little cleaner with only 1 penalty, or 2?
Let's check, let's see.
I think they have 2.
I got 1.
We got 1, okay.
But I could be wrong.
No, you're right. There was one we thought was against the HIgclimbers that they changed. So they're
That
actually
is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I was very surprised at that call.
Yeah, they're gonna put the ball back at the O'Day 46-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 21 actually. I guess that was a spot penalty.
And about 3 minutes left.
Yep, 3 minutes and counting. Little misdirection and a handoff, and a good tackle from behind by Trevor Meyer.
Number 9 on the carry.
We've got Cody Hall writhing on the sideline or near the 45 right there. That would be a big loss if he's the guy if he can't come back.
A gain of what on that play?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's going to be like 5 yards, not even 5 yards, 4 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say 4. Yeah.
They'll spot the ball at the right at midfield when play resumes. They're checking on Cody Hall, the HIgclimber that's down. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
I believe Cody is one of the captains.
That's a good question. Probably so. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Cody Hall still being attended to on the field. Not quite sure. I think he might have got his leg caught in the turf. I'm not sure, though.
You know, Eric Graywall works very, very well. He is such a good, he takes care of injured people very, very well.
Yeah, great asset.
Very, very good asset.
We do have Mason County Medic 1 on site, as well as Central Mason Fire and EMS. The fire trucks out there. They're staying there, which is a good sign.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that serious. Oh, there's Cody getting up. He's sitting up.
And you might be right. It might have been that he got the limb knocked out. Is that what you were thinking?
Well, he might have got the foot caught in the turf, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
But he walked off pretty well.
He walked off, so it wasn't too serious.
Yeah.
It looks like Jake Myers is going to step on the field in his place. Okay. And it brings up 2nd down, and let's see here. I got 17, Jerry. Got to get to the 32. Actually, it's going to be 18.
Yeah. Definitely about 18 yards.
Yeah. Clock is going to start on the play here. Scott is going to go deep drop. Got a guy coming in his face. He throws and off the hands of number 17, Cyrus Hunter. I think he was looking to run before he caught the ball as well. It brings him 3rd down.
And the quarterback is 4 for 7.
Yes. Still, I'm going to say if I'm a high school coach, I'm going to take that. A little better than 50%. That's pretty good.
Yep.
So 3rd and 17 coming. Or 18. 17. I'll stay with 17. Doesn't matter. Scott, fumble on the exchange there, and Scott drops right on it, keeps possession of the ball. That brings up 4th down, and I'll move it right back to the 50. Called a loss of 1 there. Good awareness of Scott to drop on that ball, but that does bring up a punting situation for the Irish.
And that's the first negative, that's the first loss of 80.
Kenyon's going to go back to his 10-yard line to wait for this punt from Thomas Tabor. Low snap, gets this one away, spiraling, pretty kick. Hit at the 10, roll inside the 5, and then down right at near the goal line, I think. I think he touched it about the 2 or 3. It'll depend on where they're going to spot it. It's going to be deep. Good, good punt and good coverage.
Yeah.
I am thinking that that's not the greatest spot, but that's deep. That is really deep for the High Climbers with under 2 minutes to go. It's going to be the 2-yard line. Wow.
And basically, I see them just running the ball now.
Yeah, I think the good thing for the High Climbers to try is that quarterback sneak right now.
Yeah.
See if you can't pound it forward and catch him off guard, but you got to go on a quick snap. Here they come. Rhodes is under center. Yep, there's the squeak ahead. Looks like he got 2. Trying to find a hole there to the left side. Give a little bit of room there. Keep that clock rolling as well. I think at this point, Coach Hinkle's got to be pretty happy with what he's seen from his High Climbers against this number 2 ranked team in the state in the first half.
Well, Rhodes has had 8 carries.
That's going to be, yeah, they're going to spot it up into the 5. I guess that's still just a 2-yard gain. Taking their time. Clock is still winding. If you could see the difference in rosters, folks, you would be amazed at the size of O'Day's program. And there's a delay of game on the High Climbers. That'll do half of the distance. So that'll bring up the 2nd and probably 9 or close to 10. Now it's going to be just at the 10 mark. I think you expect at this point another quarterback sneak. I think O'Day will probably be reacting to that. Yep, there it is. This one straight up the middle. Rhodes gets back to the 5.
See where they mark it.
Yeah, we have
you're right.
Timeout. Yeah, we got a timeout by O'Day, so we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Minute 3 to go here in the half. O'Day with the lead, 14-0. Shelton with the ball on their own 5-yard line, or 2-yard line, excuse me. Where is it, 2 or the 5? I think it's a 5.
I'd say it's a 5.
It's a 5 with the 3rd down and about 9. Closer to 10, but I'm going to say 9. Quarterback sneak is effective, but I would imagine that O'Day is going to.
Oh yeah, they know what's
they're going to do this. As Rhodes is going to settle under center. That timeout was very timely for the Irish because they could potentially get the ball back, and we just had some movement on that offensive line. Wow. If you're Coach Hinkle, you want the clock to move a little bit. Well, that's going to be another half the distance.
That's the 3rd penalty.
Yeah. The good thing about these situations is at least the yards don't add up as quickly because you're not going the 5. You're going half the distance, which is 2.5.
Now, when you're keeping statistics,
yeah,
do you say 5?
No, you say the actual yardage.
Say the actual thing.
Yes.
Okay.
3rd down and 11. Ball is, I'm going to say about the 2-yard line. the safe bet here is to try to keep the ball in Evan Rhodes' hands. And what do we have? Another whistle, and this time it's going to be a timeout for the High Climbers. So we'll step aside yet again.
Yeah, 2 timeouts.
We'll be right back.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Just over a minute to go here in the first half. 14-0. O'Day on top of Shelton. Shelton pinned back deep, 3rd down and 11 on their own 2-yard line. Or 1.5, whichever you want to put it at. High Climbers just called a timeout. There's a great crowd here. They're going to recognize the I can't say peewees, but the youth football players at halftime, as well as we're going to get a halftime cheer by the junior cheerleaders. I see them down below us.
Okay.
That's always fun to watch. We'll try to bring you that as much as we can at halftime. But we still have a minute and a second to play here in this half, and I'm not sure why there's a delay. It's like everybody's there. Are they resetting the clock? What are we doing here? It's always the second game. If the first game of the season goes pretty quickly, penalty-wise, it's always the second game that just kind of slows us and bogs us down. But we're ready to play. Rhodes is going to go under center. Got a receiver on each side wide, and then Colvinson's in the slot just about 2 yards off the line. He's the man in motion going to the far other side. This time it's going to be a handoff, and the first guy through. It's usually Max Johnson. I don't think that's Johnson, though, on the carry. But that'll bring up 4th down, and a timeout called by O'Day. I didn't see who that was. It was a Goodwin on the carry. I didn't see who the carrier was. The ball carrier was. Might have been number 84, which I have no idea what his name is, Sherry. But we have a timeout by O'Day, so we'll step aside. We'll be right back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Well, 57 seconds to go here in the half. 4th and, 8 for the High Climbers. They're going to punt it away from their end zone.
Yep.
And the O'Day Fighting Irish are doing good clock management with timely timeouts to preserve some time. High Climbers can only hope that Zach Della Suncha can get a good punt off this time, and the High Climbers can protect him. Because the last punt, it was partially deflected. He's standing about a few yards from the back of his end zone, and we have I think we're going to have a false start on this.
Now it gets very interesting to see if we can get it off.
They do another half the distance, and move the ball back to 2.
So it'll be about 3 yards again.
Yeah, 2.5, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be interesting if he can get it off, right?
Yeah. And the other option there is to actually just run out of bounds and pick the safety. High snap, but handled well. There's the blocked and fallen on. Touchdown, O'Day.
Yeah.
Who was that? That he's just they're 50. I only got 54.
I think you're right. We should have just
ran out of bounds.
Not with the safety.
So 54 is 54 for O'Day.
Okay.
Let's see here. That's Jalen Dixon, who fell on that. That's very much reminiscent of last week. So
yes,
it's now 20-0. So we're waiting for the point after.
Yeah, that's why I kept asking you the question. I just didn't think that we had enough.
Well, good defense. There's the snap, the spot, and the kick. That's straight up the middle, good. So 3 touchdowns for the Irish, 21-0. With 53 seconds to go here in the half. Well, we'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Back here at HIgclimbers Stadium, 53 seconds ahead of the first half ending. And O'Day is getting ready to kick it off.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And it looks like it is going to be Troy Goodwin back about the 14-yard line to receive this punt from Powell of O'Day after a blocked punt and a recovered touchdown.
Who's back deep?
It's Troy Goodwin.
Okay.
21. All right, here's the run up and the kick. Another high, deep kick that Goodwin should have let go into the end zone. It takes it about the 1-yard line. He gets up to the 15, to the 20, looking for blockers, and then he's just swarmed under. A good return of about 18 yards.
I was like you. I thought he should have just taken a knee.
I'm sure he's going to hear about that on the sidelines. If he just let it go in the end zone, they would get the 20 anyways. But he got back to the 20. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the HIgclimbers. 45 seconds to go here in the half. And do you expect something here, or just take a knee here to run out the clock, go to the locker room, lick your wounds, and regroup? Not the way they're coming.
I think they're just going to run it. Yeah,
they're going to run a couple of plays here.
They won't take the knee, but they'll run it.
Oh, the guy, the back in the backfield's deep, so Rhodes is just going to go dive towards the left side on that quarterback keeper, get a yard.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, just keep the clock running at this point. Take your time. I don't think you're going. You might have to run one more play. Very close.
Did get a gain of 1.
Yeah, good for statistics.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 20. Actually, give him 2 because it's at the 22. So 2nd and 8.
All right.
It's 14 seconds and counting here. Rhodes has him set, and he'll just keep it again, go straight up the middle this time. And he'll get 3 more at least. And that should pretty much do it for the half. So we have 000 on the scoreboard. And the O'Day Fighting Irish head to the locker room with a 3-touchdown lead on the HIgclimbers here at HIgclimbers Stadium. We will take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. The Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show is coming up.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Halftime at HIgclimbers Stadium with the O'Day Fighting Irish leading the Shelton HIgclimbers 21-0. And we welcome you to the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. Jerry Apple will have some stats from the first half in just a moment. We just came back in time to see the end of the junior cheer squad. But coming up is going to be the youth football coming into view here. And there we go. There's our youth football. Let's just take a listen to some of these young future high climbers.
These players are supported by their coaches. They are hardworking, and they work to develop the fundamentals of the game so they will be ready for their opportunity to play high climber football under the Friday night lights. Now let's meet the teams. First of all, the Climbers flag team. The players are Randy Crenshaw, Drake Dobson, Michael Ramsfield, John Ronald, Paxton Saunders, and Alex Wolf, and they are coached by Angela Briggs. Part of the mightiest group of them all, huh? All right, our next team are the Climber Miners. They're Braden Anderson, Zane Berner, Aiden Brown, Carlos Carrion, Hayden Cash, Brody DePoe, Lucas Eagle, Jacoby Escamilla, Rafael Escobar Jr., David Frazier, Jacob Frazier, Jacoby Fryer, Trevor Gott, Zane Hardy, Jaden Henderson, Fletcher Henry, Silas Hawk, Tobias Moffett, Hayden Osmond, Hunter Pearson, Sean Pinnan, J.J. Rhodes, Colby Rooks, Nigel Warren II, Bodie Wellander, and Carson Wolf. And they are coached by Jeff Gott, and assistant coaches Keith Anderson, Kevin Berner, Robert Osmond, and Justin Pinnan. Next up, our Climbers Major Junior Varsity Black Team. The players are Atreyu Babcock Peterson, Chase Bodecker, Cody Brotherton, Julian Crenshaw, Wyatt DePoe, Blake Fry, Troy Green, Corbin King, Quinn McKinnon, Wayne Moinoa, Nate Nazarel, Josiah Perez, Louis Robertson, Mickey Robertson, Bryson Rooks, Miles Stoner, Hudson Trail, and Jimmy Ziski. Head coach is Gavino Stoner, and assistant coach Neil Brotherton and Wayne Moinoa. Our next team are the Climbers Major Junior Varsity Red. Players are Braden Bragg, Michael Carlson, Aaron Cervantes, Cameron Crossan, Caden Eagle, Marshall Guard, Mason Guard, Bennett Henry, Jacob Hill, Dalton Kubaki, Hunter
okay.
Leff,
I don't take
Jackson
steps
Leff,
very well yet.
Troy Murphy, Javier Pacheco, Trenton Phillips, Dylan Richardson, Zane Scott, Kingston Valines, Jackson Ward, and Cameron Winans. They are coached by Dino Fontaine with assistant coach Donald Leff and Todd Ward. So that's your Major Junior Varsity Red. Our Climbers Major Varsity consists of Matthew Anderson, Oscar Archibald Jr., DeMonta Crawford, Joshua Dyer, Drew Kiltz, Colton Fisk, Tyler Fleshman, Seth Fryer, Jaden Fuller, Aiden Hainline, Connor Hood, Cameron Kusing, Bjorn Jacot, Tamatoa Lasam, Daniel Manzo, James Marbe, Phoenix Elachia, Ramiro Pacheco, Logan Peach, Roy Perez, Ryder Tibbetts, Tristan Thompson, and Austin Williams. The head coach is Travis Fisk, and assistant coach Sean Fuller and Rich Hussein. That's your Climbers Major Varsity. The Climbers Senior Junior Varsity consists of Walter Andrews, Austin Elam, Bradley Elton, Blake Field, Ryan Gallo, Christopher Gaynor II, Connor Hellman, Jonah Manu, Sean McCullough, Gavin Ricker-Nielsen, Keegan O'Connor, Grayson Reveal, Devin Tauscher, Bradley Tiller, Ethan Waldrop, Brady Walsh, Logan West, Carter Whitney, Ian Wilsback, and Caleb York. Their head coach is Robert Gilman, assistant coaches Cody Copeland, Malachi Manu, and Josh Walsh. That's your Climbers Senior Junior Varsity. And finally, the big guys, the Junior Climbers Senior Varsity. Players are Colton Barrett, Shane Chamberlain, Elijah Cloyd, Gavin Dolge, John Michael Escodevo, Cicero Gonzalez, Juan Gray, Hunter Green, Bradley Haskins Jr., Kyle Jensen, DJ Kelly, Matai Lasam, Jordan Lopman Johns, Ryan Makowitz, Jaden McLaren, James Nussbaum, Connor Odekirk, Miguel Ramos, Andrew Smith, Colby Smith, Ty Taylor, Cody Thompson, Charles Thompson Jr., Victor Vincelletti, and Cody Woodard. They are head coach Brad Haskins Sr. and assistant coaches Curtis Chamberlain, Corey McGregor, Robert Simmerall, and Derek Hunt. Those are your Climbers Senior Varsity. So thank you to all those coaches and head
That's the future of
coaches,
high climber
those
football right there,
teams.
folks. The youth football teams will take a timeout. We'll be right back with more of the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Here you go. Want to go through here?
And we're back. You're at halftime. 21-0. O'Day is leading the High Climbers at halftime. It's the Maple Glen, the Senior Living halftime show. Time for some statistics from Mr. Stats himself. I'm going to start calling you that. Jerry Apple. By the way, Jerry, didn't get a chance at the opening to introduce you, bring you into this broadcast, but thanks for coming in. Like you always help me out, and I appreciate that. So what do you got on that sheet?
Okay, thank you, Deidre. Let me know if you can hear me pretty well.
You're kind of muted, but I'll bring you up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
O'Day had 8 first downs. Shelton had 4. O'Day passed for seven times, completed 4 for a total of 36 yards. Shelton passed 9 times and completed 4. Shelton had 45 yards in the air compared to 36 for O'Day. Each team had 1 turnover. O'Day got an interception and Shelton recovered a fumble.
Well, technically, Jerry, that blocked punt recovered for a touchdown is a turnover. It's
okay.
Technically a turnover. I know it doesn't kind of feel like it, but it is technically a
okay.
Not to correct you in your stats.
No, thank you.
Just letting you know, technically that
I
is a
appreciate
turnover.
you bringing that to my attention. As far as the yardage for Shelton, this is they had 16 carries. Almost all those were by the quarterback. They lost 6 yards on 16 carries. So if you add the 45 yards in the air and the -6 on the ground, Shelton had a total of 39 yards. On the other hand, O'Day had 127 yards on 16 carries. So if you add the 36 yards that O'Day had in the air and the 127 that they had on the ground, they had a total of 163. So we're looking at the big things that stand out. Shelton only had 4 first downs, O'Day had 8. And looking at the yardage, 163 for O'Day, 39 for Shelton. I think what hurt O'Day was the penalties.
Oh, yeah.
They had 6 penalties, which stopped them on a couple drives for a total of 60 yards, whereas Shelton had a total of, I think they had about 4 penalties.
Yeah, 20, well, yeah.
Now, O'Day had 2 touchdowns on the ground, one a 37-yard touchdown run and a 15-yard touchdown run. And also, O'Day recovered a fumble, a block punt, which is the second turnover.
Right.
So the statistics bear out that O'Day kept it on the ground really well, and I think the score could even be 28 or 35 to 0 if it had been for those penalties. The kicking game, the punting game, has been pretty good. The coverage has been pretty darn good on both teams. Each team had 1 punt that was partially blocked.
Right. Or if not blocked, at least bothered enough to get it off at a weird
with a
angle.
good rush.
Yeah. We're up here, we can't tell, but I'm sure they'll go down as blocks. But I'm not. Go ahead with your pot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, it's pretty straightforward what happened.
So
both teams rely on the run.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of pretty accurate passing. At least they're crisp and they're good.
Yep.
The numbers don't work out, but I would say that.
But I mentioned I didn't think the O'Day quarterback could throw long, but he proved me wrong that one time.
At one time. Let's see. Well, we have 2.5 minutes before we get back to playing time here.
Well,
right?
we might mention next week we have another game at home.
Oh, yeah.
We play Yelm.
Yelm Tornadoes come to High Climber Stadium.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're here because going to Yelm is not necessarily a pleasant thing for a broadcast.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. I remember
still,
last year.
It's still better than Purdy and Peninsula and Gig Harbor Stadium, Roy Anderson Field. But still, anyways, that's coming up. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the third quarter. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And you've been watching the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And we're back, waiting for the start of the third quarter, as we have some last-minute pre-instructions to figure out which end everybody. I don't understand why they do this again. But,
I don't either.
But, you know, let's make sure that everybody knows who's going what direction and who has the ball. But we know that O'Day won the toss and deferred, so they'll be getting the ball.
Yep. You know, it's interesting, a little stat here for Shelton. They had 4 penalties for 16 yards. So that seems kind of, those numbers seem kind of funny.
Well,
but 2 of them were, because you
half the
they mark it
distance.
half
Yeah.
distance to the goal.
Well, we're...
So I learned something tonight from you, and thank you.
Well, I'm good for something, right?
Huh?
I'm good for something, right?
Yeah, you are.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so the HIgclimbers will be kicking off, and we're ready to get this underway. And I gotta throw out a plug here. Got 2 young ladies helping us out here.
Yeah.
Eris and Kara, working the cameras. Big surprise from the stagecraft class for me to help out, and I hope they get.
We really appreciate them both.
Get a lot of good experience.
We appreciate you both. Thank you.
And
we just gave you a little quote. Yeah.
We'll talk more about this as the HIgclimbers have it teed up, and we're about ready to get this underway. So this is an interesting formation that the HIgclimbers tried last week. Did I turn the brightness up on this camera? It is, okay. It'll work. Okay. Making sure we have everything going. So here we go.
All right.
Maybe. 21-0. O'Day gets to take over. Short, high kick that'll be taken at the 28 to the 35,
32-yard
40,
kick.
and to the 45. I believe that's Tafia on the return.
32-yard kickoff.
Tafia, is it? I'm not sure. And so they'll spot it at the 47-yard line, and that's where the Irish will start out.
47-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
See if we have the same. Yeah, it will be DeMonte Scott at the quarterback. This I formation with a receiver on each side. They like that. They run pretty much everything out of that set. Little pitch this time. And a stutter step, and I believe that is going to be Jamin Patu on the carry, I believe. Yeah, it is. Patu gets up off the ground the last, and he gets 5 yards. You always like that out of a back, get 4 or 5 yards first time out in the first down. Makes it a manageable second down. So 2nd and 5 at the HIgclimber 49 for O'Day. Scott will go under center with split backs behind him this time. And a little delayed handoff. Ooh, nice tackle right at the handoff point. First guy there is Cody Bragg. Just busted in there and busted that play up. No gain. So brings up 3rd and 5. That's what you like if you're Coach Hinkle.
Cody Hall on the tackle.
Ball right at the center of the field. The 49-yard line of Shelton. 3rd and 5. Same formation, everybody set. Little play action, and Scott will pull it down, and it will be caught after a short gain. I think that was Travis. Yeah, Travis Colbinson on the tackle. I do believe. Actually, no, it was Evan Rhodes on the tackle. Tried to quarterback on quarterback, tried to get by him.
Yeah, last week he did not play both ways, I don't think.
Not as much. He didn't. He wasn't in on a lot of defensive plays. But if he was out there, so it's 4th and 3. It looks like.
Gain of a lot too on the play.
Yeah. 4th and 3 at the 47. Irish are going to go for it. And a pitch this time to Gregoire. He's got a lot of room, and he's caught in the secondary by Cody Hall and Jason Kenyon. But not after he gets a lot of yardage, Jerry. It looks like 25 on that carry.
Yeah, nice
pretty close.
Second longest run tonight by O'Day.
I'll spot the ball at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Actually, that's a 20 yard
first down.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for O'Day. 3rd quarter action. Little handoff this time. It's to Tafia. Tafia will slip by a tackle, and they'll score another touchdown. So, yeah, another 6 points for Tafia.
6 points on the board for the Fighting Irish.
Number
9. So it's now 27-0. There's no
how
laundry
many
out
yards on that touchdown run?
Yeah. Now you're going to have a referee. I thought he was going to do something there. Okay.
Przelinski will be the holder.
Need to get the goalpost. Pull back. Pull back. There you go. Point after coming. There's the kick. Splits those uprights. And it's 28-0. 3rd quarter, 9:32 to go. We'll be right back.
That extra point is good. Score now 28-0. Okay.
So 9:32 to go in the 3rd quarter, and O'Day just adds to their lead. It's now 28-0.
Do you see a fatigue factor coming into this play now?
I don't think that this is going to be a fatigue factor.
JV and C team are here in our mini dome against the Young Tornadoes. The
I'm not seeing that much of fatigue in there.
Yeah, okay.
So the Irish have it teed up at the 40. Powell will do the kicking, and it looks like Goodwin will be back about his 15 to receive this.
Okay.
And there we go. Run up and the kick. Oh, that's got touched. And wisely, Colvinson will dive on that one, and I was mistaken. The kicker actually was Vlad Guchheit for O'Day. So the High Climbers take over on their own 27-yard line, it looks like. 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Let's see if the High Climbers can get on the board.
See if they can get that running game going.
It's been difficult, but Rhodes is going to go out of the shotgun. 3 receivers far side, 1 of the near side. That's Coots. Handoff goes to, no, but it's a keeper by Rhodes. Rhodes trying to break the jersey grab by number 50. He just got a hold of a jersey and held on for dear life, VJ Malo. You don't see that very often. Maybe those gripped gloves helped.
Looks like no gain.
No gain.
So second down and 10 yards to go.
No gain at all. All right, out of the gun to go again. Goes Rhodes. He's got the trips all bunched up on the numbers on the far side. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson dives over the left side, excuse me, for a short gain. I guess there was a loss on that last play, Jerry, but I guess
a loss of about
1.
Yeah.
No gain on this one. So third down and 11. Ball's at the 26.5, I guess you can call it. Third down and long for the High Climbers. Rhodes will go out of the gun with Max Johnson to his right, 2 receivers on each side. Short drop, no drop at all. Throw to Colvinson. Oh, almost one-hands it, but it falls incomplete. And a credit number 12 there for O'Day, Cole Danninger, with interfering with that one-handed grab of Colvinson. And it's fourth down in a kicking situation for the High Climbers. I'm assuming they're going to punt. That'll make it easier. Turn off the crowd mic. So here comes De La Sencha out to kick it to, looks like Gregoire back there on his 40.
Ooh.
And, well, it's a good thing that there's a stoppage whistle there, because that pitch, that snap was really high. The High Climbers call a timeout. Probably to get, didn't have enough for the right people on the field at the time, but we'll step aside.
But good call.
Yeah, very lucky break for the High Climbers. We'll be right back.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
And we're back.
And Dietrich, that would have been a real disaster if that timeout had not been called.
Yeah, very much so. Very high snap that I got to tell you that De La Sencha did a good job to try and control, because it was just over his head, just out of his reach. He's not exactly the tallest guy out there. He's 5'9". So we'll do it again at the 4th and 10. That snap is right on target. Good rush, but he gets it off.
But he got it off.
Ball will be picked up at the 38. Fumble on the play. The ball's free.
Let's see.
But O'Day falls on it. I think that
Number 34.
Yeah, Jason Kenyon was not aware of where the ball was when he was making the tackle. And so he didn't know that the ball basically rolled down his back. And 34 for O'Day, Thad Van Winkle III, was wisely, or in the right place at the right time. Not necessarily wisely, just is. He fell on that, kept possession, but that could have been a huge break for the High Climbers.
Yes, it could have.
But I mean, you're out there covering the kick, you're not thinking about where the ball is going to end up on the ground necessarily. So it's 1st and 10 for O'Day at their own 32-yard line. Looks like we have a new group of kids out there for O'Day. Quarterback's going to be Jack Anderson, junior at 5'8". Number 10 running the show for O'Day, probably the rest of the way. Here comes a blitz, handoff to the first guy through. And he's still fighting for yardage. And good King tackling. I didn't even see who got the ball. There's so many black shirts around that. 22, 23, 22, I think. Yeah, Michael Ugalalu. I'm assuming that's how he pronounces that.
Gain of no gain?
Give him a yard.
Okay.
He fought enough. He'll give him a yard.
Okay.
Call it 2nd and 9. Ball at the 38-yard line. Anderson will go under center in that I formation. This time he'll pitch it. And that is going to be Jamin Patu on the run. And he's got a lot of running room as he gets around the corner. Still fighting to about the 45. And then there are flags flying everywhere at the end of that play. At least 3. And there's one in the backfield, too. So what will take
gain
precedence?
of about 19 on the play. Let's see what the calls are.
Well, this might be one of those times where they march it one way and then march it back.
Offsetting, yeah.
But if this flag in the backfield is likely a hold.
Yep.
That might override everything. Because without the hold, the play didn't play. It wouldn't have happened. That's the theory, right? Let's see what we got here from the referee. They're talking to O'Day's captain right now. Now the HIgclimbers are getting in on the action. Could we have offsetting penalties, Jerry? I don't think that's ever happened in the high school in the years that I've been doing high school ball. Let's see. They're still talking.
I'm going to say holding and unsportsmanlike. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Well, there's the hold. And then a personal foul on Shelton.
Okay.
So what do we do here now?
Well, one's a 15-yarder and one's a 10-yarder.
Right. So do you put you march back to 10 and then go forward to the 15? I think that's what they're probably going to end up doing.
I would think so.
When they could just go ahead for 5. This is kind of a unique situation. This has happened a couple of times in my career.
Okay, now it looks like they're going to march the other way. Well, they just did the...
No, they're still talking about it.
Okay, there's your...
I lost all cameras here.
Okay, there's your 10.
And then there's the personal foul.
Now they're going to march it the other way, 15?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be easier just to take it from the spot and go forward 5?
Do quick math, huh?
Yeah. But I don't think that's enough to give them the first down.
No, it's not.
Unless it's an automatic first down.
Now, if it was pass interference, yeah, it would be an automatic. Okay.
So we got 10 on O'Day and
15 on
Shelton. And it's 2nd down and 5, it looks like.
And I got it right, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of amazing. I always like it when they march it one way and then march it back on the penalties. But we basically have a 2nd and 5 after all that. So Anderson will settle under center, get everybody set. And a little play action. He's going to go to a little dump off, and oh boy, another one of those. I'm going to run without the ball, but he was heads up enough to try and catch it at this Cameron Denales.
And number 12 for O'Day was wide open.
He probably wasn't the first read, but Denales was open on that, and if he had caught it, he might have gotten pretty close to first down. But it's 3rd down and 5. See if the HIgclimbers come away with a stop here. Get the ball back and put some points on the board.
Yes, that would be nice.
So Anderson's pointing out a couple of rushers. Short drop, dump it off, and it's complete. And a good fight forward. I didn't see the reception is number 11 for O'Day. That's Victor Felder. First down for the Irish. And
first down.
In the 48 of Shelton. And you know what? I think the flags probably should have came out on that because there was a lot of contact before that catch was made. But these referees are doing a good job out there keeping them in their pockets when they need to. Because it is football, right? So 1st and 10 from the 48 for the Irish. Handoff to the inside guy. First guy through, and he is rumbling and bumbling all the way inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
21 on the tackle.
Troy Goodwin. 1st and 10, and the Irish are still fighting. Still gaining, still driving.
Who ran that one? Did you see?
Number 11, I think. Yeah. Maybe not. No, it wasn't 11. I didn't see, Jerry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's okay.
I could probably tell you after they make the formation here. No, can't tell you. Split backs for Anderson as he settles under center. Has a receiver on each side. Taking his time. And off to the first guy through. He drags a couple of high climbers with him to the 20 or 25-yard line. I think that's 25 on the carry there, Jerry. Henry and Munich. We have another high climber down. We're slow at getting up. And that's Jason Kenyon, I think.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
Jason Kenyon went to the turf or to the. He's down on the ground there. Near the 20-yard line. Not a good thing to have one of those speedster guys injured. And there's Raywald out there to see what's going on here.
And if I remember right, he got hurt last weekend.
Jason?
Yeah.
There was a lot of cramping up in that game.
Yeah.
No serious injuries. This looks like it might be a little more serious than a leg cramp. He got up and tried to walk and went back down.
I was impressed with Jason's attitude last year in basketball.
Yeah.
Very energetic young man, hard worker.
And it's not a good sign if it's a serious injury. So they're going to send some water out there that way. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back. Hopefully Jason will get up on his own power here. Wait a minute. He's going to get up on his own power.
Good.
And a little hobbling.
Little ankle.
And nice cheer from the crowd as he heads to the sidelines.
O'Day has had 8 different ball carriers.
They mix it up. They've got the talent to mix up pretty much anything in there. It's like the next guy in line, I think. They just probably line up on the sideline and say, you're in next, go carry the ball.
And the nice thing is, they brought a whole fresh group in.
Yeah.
They're what? Like a start or
start
of the
start of this series, I believe. Yeah, it was this series. But they brought in this new.
This series or last series?
Yeah. Jake Anderson still in control. He'll do a little pitch this time to Noah Niles. And Noah Niles is going to find the end zone. What was that, 22? 22 yards? 22-yard run.
Number 21.
Yeah. So 34 to nothing now, and Powell's on to try and tack on.
And how many yards on that play?
22.
22 yards.
There's a spot in the kick. That's good.
The kick is good. That adds a point.
So 35 to nothing.
And that's a 9th ball carrier.
All O'Day here tonight. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
And we're back, 5:53 to go here in the third quarter. It's been all O'Day here tonight, unfortunately.
Now, once there's a 40-point difference, which I hope there isn't, but then it's a running clock, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay. Just like basketball.
Yes. I ran into that. Went out to Matlock last week and watched Merriam Knight play. A very good team in Quilcene. And yeah, it was one-sided, and they had a running clock in the second half. The first half, unfortunately, lasted almost an hour and a half. It was that bad. All right, we have it teed up, and here we go. Looks like Goodwin is back this time to receive this one. A little low kick that'll be hitting inside about the 18, and Goodwin will pick it up at the 12 and just get swallowed there. Just knuckled under.
Probably should have just left it alone.
No. It's a free ball. Easy, should have just dove on it and downed it. When a kickoff is a free ball. That ball's live once it's kicked.
Yeah.
And nobody touched it.
But
so, yeah. He did the best he could with it, but he probably should have just, instead of trying picking up and running,
fell
on it.
Fell on it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 1st and 10 at the 15 for the HIgclimbers. Let's see, we got Evan Rhodes going under center out of the eye. Into the eye looks like Goodwin. Wide receiver on the near side is Coots. Colbinson's in the slot. No, they didn't call that one. Handoff. This one goes to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to find his way around the right side. Might have got 4 yards on that. Picking his way. Man, those are hard 4 yards, actually. Yeah, 4 yards at the 19-yard line now. Everything's hard when you're playing O'Day. Nothing's easy.
Yeah.
No matter who. As we approach 5 minutes here in the third quarter.
Well, it's indicated when you have 17 carries and you're still down -2 yards.
And a handoff to Goodwin again. Still trying to find some daylight, and he managed to find something around that right side. There must be something that they're seeing going for that right side of the line. It's just short of the first down, though.
Well, pick up a 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, it looks like.
And we're in positive yardage now.
That's good. Ball is spotted at the 23-yard line. Getting that I formation. And a pitch this time to Goodwin. He's got to get some running room. Oh boy, if he could just hit that outside corner a little quicker, he might have had a lot of grass in front of him, but he gets the first down just outside the 30.
Yeah, 5th first down. And O'Day has 12 first downs. Nice game.
I call it the 31. 1st and 10 for Shelton. You know, last couple of years, Jerry, the high school's always been looking for a new crew to do the chains. And I think they have a new crew every year. And they're doing a good job over there on the far sideline. Rose will get under center in the I formation again. Same formation. Hand it off to Goodwin at the end of the I. He'll get a couple of yards before he's just swallowed by a punchy white jerseys.
It's not an easy job being on that crew. I got a chance to do that my first year of teaching when I was at HIgclimbers. And I know I made a few mistakes. But it was a good learning experience.
I thought about it, but I'm doing this, so can't do it.
You're good at this.
2nd and 8. Rhodes on the rollout. He'll dump it off. He throw it just a little too short. And that is intended for Max Johnson. So it brings it up third down.
So Rhodes has thrown 11 times and completed 4.
Still 3rd and 8. That cloud has thinned out a bit here, Jerry.
Well, one of the things, a lot of the parents of the
For those
little football players.
Yeah, for the youth football players.
They've left. Some of them were sitting behind us.
And in front of us and all around.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's stood out.
3rd and 8 for the Highclimbers. Rhodes is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers on each side, and next Johnson, the guy behind him, beside him, threw it out. Oh boy, that ball's still free. The ball was tipped twice, and Dylan Coots tried to dive for it, just couldn't corral it, and that would have been a huge break there too. A lot of pressure on that as well.
Reminds me of the football game last night.
I didn't watch any of that, you know.
Oh, quite a game.
I was surprised to see a friend post on Facebook about the faces of the New England fans.
Yeah, there was a lot of sad faces.
Yeah, well.
And a lot of penalties.
4th and 8 for the Highclimbers, and De La Sancha is on to kick it away. High snap, but handled well. A little pressure. Gets a nice kickoff.
Nice
it's at
spot.
the 37, picked up about the 27. And nice.
Number 22. Nice tackle.
That's Jason Kenyon. He's not injured at all. Now, a good tackle there of David Patu.
Well,
and I'd say that's really no return at all.
I know, if anything, maybe a loss.
A loss, but they'll spot the ball at the 25-yard line. Excuse me. 1st and 10
Jason
for
King is a tough kid.
Well, it might have, again, another one of those turf things. The grass field might have got his leg like earlier for Cody Hall. So 1st and 10 for the Irish. Looks like we might have a new quarterback in there. Or am I wrong? Can't see the number from here. He'll get under center. Go back to pass, looking to the outside, overthrew his intended target.
Yeah, number 14. Is that a new one?
Polo Banchero is the quarterback for O'Day. The intended target there was Cyrus Hunter.
That's their 3rd quarterback tonight.
Let's see here. Banchero is a freshman.
Wow.
But he's 6'7". 6'7", 205.
Well, look at it, yeah.
He's out of the gun now.
He's dwarfing the other 2 running backs.
6'7" freshman. Oh, snap a little off. Wyatt Free forces him out of the pocket. He's on the run. Looking downfield, throws downfield. Oh, boy, caught it. I can't believe he caught it. Number 89 was just running downfield, turned around. There was a ball, and he pulled it in. Who is that? Peter Gakowski. What a catch.
To the ball.
To the 45. Wow. 1st and 10. I can't believe he caught that. You know, that's one of those turn around, there's the ball.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Wow. Gakowski is a senior, 5'9". 1st and 10 for O'Day at the Shelton 45.
First completed pass for O'Day this half.
Now we got what happened there? Still going. Ball's free. Boy, that ball popped out, and I think O'Day fell on it. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even see what happened there. I guess it was a keeper by Banchero.
Now that fumble, the ball went about halfway across the field.
Yeah. I'm surprised. It's almost as if nobody really noticed it in the crowd. There was hardly any noise. So 2nd down. Ball's in the 39-yard line. 2nd and 5, it looks like. Banchero will go under center. If you have a 6'7" kid to run your offense, that's amazing to me. Handoff this time to a much smaller player. Number 25, Henry Munch. Gets a 1st down.
Is that a new running back?
Number 25. No, he's
ran a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, that's the 13th 1st down.
Put the ball at the 34 of Shelton. And we're almost through the third quarter here. Well, they should wind that clock.
Aren't you glad you wore a sweatshirt? Aren't you glad you wore a sweatshirt?
Well, we got 3 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I'm glad I did too.
Shotgun for Banchero. Banchero will take a big step back, throw over, complete. Oh, off the hands. I thought it was complete.
Yeah.
That was Davin Patu. Again, there's a lot of running without the ball, running before you get the ball. But that will do it for the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth, 35-0. All O'Day tonight.
Good win on the coverage of that play.
We'll be right back.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Well, 12 more minutes to go in this ball game. 35-0 O'Day on top. The Irish have the ball with a 2nd and 10 from the HIgclimber 34. Banchero will settle under center. Eventually here. There we go. An I formation with a receiver on each side. There's the snap and a pitch this time. Another new running back here.
Number 35.
Number 35, Jonathan Galbane. He's fighting his way near a first down marker. It looks like to the 27.
Pickup of 7.
So 3rd and 3 coming for the Irish.
Cheerleaders, that was fantastic. You guys did a great job. Awesome. Give those girls a big hand.
So split backs this time for Banchero, the 6'7" freshman, settling under center with a 3rd down and 3. He's going to keep it and just, no, actually, I don't know what happened there. Was that another fumble or was that an inside handoff? It was an inside handoff to number 30, Isaiah Artis. Got a first down, though.
That's another running back.
Yeah. I tell you, they just line them up from the sidelines and send the next guy in. So 1st and 10 for O'Day. The ball's at the 23.
14th first down.
Actually called the 23-yard line there.
11 different people have ran the ball.
So Banchero is just, that young man is tall.
6'7".
Yeah, handoff this time, number 25. That's Munch. Munch is going to cut it back, and he's going to get to the end zone. Wow.
That's Henry Munch on the carry, taking it in for O'Day for a touchdown and 6 points on the board. About a 22-yard carry for the young man.
22-yard touchdown run.
Point after coming. Going to make some notes here. I'm running out of space.
Yeah, I'm starting to too.
On the O'Day side. So here's Powell to add yet another point on.
Yeah, this will be the 6th point after attempt.
And he has been perfect.
And boy, he nailed it again.
And 42-0.
And now
we should have a running clock after
yes,
this.
we will have a running clock.
10:36 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's been all O'Day.
And I think that's one of the best rules I've seen.
We'll be back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract. with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
We're back here at HIgclimbers Stadium, waiting for the kickoff. 42-0 all day tonight. There's still the fans, the student body has stayed in here, Jerry. I like to see that.
Yeah, and I think people are understanding of the situation. You know, you look at O'Day.
Yeah. Number 2 in the 3A poll. I mean, that's always going to be a tough opponent. And they knew when they were scheduled it. I mean, Coach Hinkle told me, you know, we want to, you know, this makes you better. You play against this quality or this caliber of a team. Only makes you better.
Imagine our team in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be possible.
Yeah.
Anything could be possible.
Sure it can.
I don't know if in 2 years O'Day's coming back here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's nice. Let's create a little rivalry. But there is that, you know, if you look at what's happening with Archbishop Murphy.
You look at our roster, mostly 9th and 10th graders.
Yes, HIgclimbers are young. So here we go. Powell has it teed up at the 40. Looks like Goodwin is back deep, standing about his 10-yard line. Here we go. High end over end kick that Goodwin will take at the 8 to the 20, 25, 30, and he's just stuck right there, shy of the 30, actually 28.
You know, though, he's had a couple nice returns. That's the second 52-yard kickoff for O'Day.
Yeah, it's, you know, you joke about kickers all the time, but they're a key.
They are such a key
factor in any game. You have a good kicker, an accurate kicker, somebody who can keep it deep enough that you keep it in the field of play, and you get long fields for them to work.
You look at the playoff game between the Seahawks and Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the Seahawks have that kicker now.
And they have that kicker now, and he's doing all right for us.
He is, yes, he is.
Thank goodness.
Rhodes is going to go out of the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. He's going to dump it off to the near side receiver. That's Anthony Boren really off on that one. So second down and 10 coming. Yep, and the clock is running, Jerry.
Yeah, that's good.
Not that we don't like to be here. But yeah, so the mercy rule is very much appreciated.
It's a great rule
in these situations. So empty backfield for Rhodes this time. He's got 3 receivers on the far side and 2 on the near side. There's the snap, quick little dump off. It's again another one of those I'm going to run before I catch the ball.
Well, you know, you've watched a lot of 8-man football, and you would look at scores like 80-0.
Well, that's because you only have 8 guys out there.
Yeah,
and it's the same field. I mean, you're talking. It's only 3 more guys, but
it's more wide open.
It's more wide open, and you get everybody going one direction. You cut it back, and you're gone.
But that rule is so good to keep the scores from going way up, like they used to be.
Yep. Again, out of the shotgun goes Rhodes. This time Johnson's beside him. This time no real drop. He'll just lay it up there, and nice defense knocked away. Intended for Anthony Boren, defended by David Patu. And a good defense there. That was kind of a jump ball.
It was.
And, we have a flag in the backfield, and there's going to be a hold on the HIgclimbers. Well, that was a fourth down. There's a 4th down now.
And what's interesting on the defense there, he did not have his back to the pass, the defensive player there, number 2.
Yeah.
He saw the pass the whole way. And that makes for a good safety or corner.
Right. Gave him a good cushion, too. So as a penalty, it'll march him back 10 yards. Or is it more than 10 yards? Spot foul. Oh, there's a warning on the sidelines. Wow, really? I guess it's unsportsmanlike conduct on the HIgclimbers. That puts it 4th and, 25. Lot. Ball's at the 14, punting for De La Sencha, and pressure again. He gets a punt off. It hits at the 35, rolls to the 40, and it's going to die right there at the 41, 42-yard line. Nobody actually downed that ball, but nobody touched it. So, 1st and 10 for the Irish with a comfortable 42-0 lead and a running clock here at
Now,
HIgclimbers
what are
Stadium.
some of the teams that O'Day plays in their league? Or are they independent?
No, they're in the Metro League, I believe.
They're in the Metro League.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can tell you who they're playing next week. I gotta get to my.
Do they play teams like Garfield?
I'm not really sure. They are playing next week. I have that somewhere. Skyview.
Skyview.
Is who they're playing next
Out
week.
of Issaquah?
Yep. That's not an easy task either.
No.
There's nothing easy in that Metro League.
There's several really good Issaquah
well, especially
teams.
when you're playing to the quality or the caliber of an O'Day. We had another new quarterback in there. Oh, it's Jack Anderson in there. Is that a handoff or a keeper?
It was.
It was a handoff.
Nice fake, though.
I'm trying to see who ran the ball.
Well, let's see how they line up here.
27, I think, for one. Parker Da'ana.
If you say number 27, that's the 12th ball carrier.
I'm assuming that's what it is. They're taking their time. They're going to probably just run.
And that was a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yes. 2nd and, well, they're going to, 2nd and 5, actually, so
Okay.
5 on the play.
Okay.
Ball's at the 35. And we're going to stop the clock here. Oh, got a penalty. A delay of game on O'Day, so they'll take that 5 away.
Well, that's only the 2nd penalty for O'Day in this half compared to the amount of penalties they had the first half.
So actually it was 6 on that game before, Jerry, as they march it back 5, and it's 2nd and 9 at the 40. As we were under 5 minutes to go here in the ballgame. I formation for Anderson. Same formation. They run out of this formation either out of an I or split backs. There's a pitch, and that runner is Harmon, Dane Harmon. That's a new name, isn't it? Number 36. It's another new running back for O'Day.
About 7 yards.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 2 coming, a 7-yard pickup.
They're down in a short 3 yards to go. Ball's at the HIgclimber 32-yard line.
Does look like on the sidelines, Jerry, that Trevor Meyer is warming up, so he'll probably come in at quarterback next series for the HIgclimbers.
And he could have been the one last week that was throwing those.
It's probably I just I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the game.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we have another flag and another delay of game on the Irish. I think they're just running some clock here, keeping the clock down, or keeping the clock continually running without gaining yards. So that'll be 3rd and 7.
The false start penalty moves the ball back 5 yards.
And the ball is spotted at the 37-yard line of the HIgclimbers. Anderson will look things over and settle under center. As we're under 3.5 minutes to go here.
Oh.
A fumble on the play, and then a quick little handoff. There's a 1st down run inside the 30. And the runner was I want to say it's 63, but I don't know.
He wouldn't turn his back to it for me.
It's 63. It must have been off the fumble. 63 was actually the guy who advanced the ball, but off the fumble. That's Sarah Washington, one of the linemen.
Yeah.
Picked it up and ran it forward for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Irish at the Shelton 38. Clock continues to run, 2:45 and counting. I don't know if Meyer's going to get a chance to run a series. Another delay of game penalty on the Irish. The way the Irish are kind of milking this clock. Running plays, running the clock, taking a delay of game. I mean, this is a good sportsmanship thing.
Yes.
You don't want to run out the score. I mean, you've already got a 42-0 lead. You don't want to run them up. So that's a class act, I gotta tell you.
Well, I'm glad that they're doing what they're
Yeah.
doing.
A handoff this time, 35. That's Jonathan Gilbane. I think he had at least one run before, didn't he?
I'm looking. I don't.
You don't see it.
That's another ball carrier.
Okay, well, they got to, like I said, all those guys are just standing there waiting and itching to play.
Well, look at the amount of kids they
Oh,
have
I know.
over there.
I know. The Shelton active lineup fits on a legal piece of paper with my font. The O'Day active lineup takes 2. Another handoff there, stopped in the middle. I didn't see who the ball carrier was.
Now, are you noticing a big weight difference too?
I didn't really pay much attention to that, but I think so. I didn't really. I don't know who ran that ball. 38. Sean Mahoney. 3rd down. It's like 7. At the 24. Oh man, we're down to a minute.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to Gilbane.
And a late hit.
And no, it's actually Harmon on the carry.
He was already out of bounds, it looks like.
Yeah, gets to the 20. And I don't see any flags out there, do you?
Yeah, there was a flag.
Oh, on off the field, actually.
Yeah, after he was out of bounds.
Yeah, okay, so that'll be a half the distance, and it looks like it'll put it at the 10. Because the ball spotted at the 10, or at the 20, so it'll go half the distance. Can't get 15 out of the 10, so we'll put a 1st and goal from the 10 for the Irish, and we're 15 seconds away from the end of this ballgame. Take a knee, Mr. Anderson, get it over with. There it is, and that'll be it as the clock winds down and the HIgclimbers drop to 0-2. Well, it was pretty much what was drawn up on paper, Jerry. 42-0
Yes.
O'Day all over the HIgclimbers tonight. That's what when you take on a number 2 ranked team in the state among 3A teams, this is what you get.
And I thought Shelton played fairly respectable in the first half.
No, I mean, it was well done on both ends. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back and have some final statistics from Jerry Apple, wrap some things up here, and have some final thoughts. So again, the final here is 42 for O'Day, nothing for the Shelton HIgclimbers. We'll be right back.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit HCC.net to learn more.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, It's a matter of life or death.
Well, it's a final here at HIgclimbers Stadium. The O'Day Fighting Irish take the trip across the pond, as they may say, to meet the HIgclimbers. And, well, they took them out 42-0 here, but that's a second-ranked team in the state. Semi-finalist in the, actually, they made it to the finals last year in the state playoffs, but they lost to Kamiak, I believe, my memory serves. And that's they reload, and I heard something that the coach said to other media that he's young. He's got young guys, but they're all experienced. He just looked at it. They had tons of running backs, and Jerry's doing his best to give us some final statistics here as we have this final of 42-0. I will take this moment to talk a little bit about Merriam Knight. They do have another home game tomorrow. They are hosting Crescent and trying to improve on their 0-1 record they lost last week to Quilcene 62-12, I think. It's more than that. 62-28, that's right. If you're interested in watching some 8-man football, head out to Matlock and take that in, 1 o'clock kickoff. Tomorrow, North Mason, they probably still playing Clahalia in Belfair tonight. They head to Kingston next Friday. We talked about it, Yelm coming into HIgclimbers Stadium next Friday will be on the air as well. And Jerry, about ready for
I'm
your
ready,
stats?
yeah.
Okay, let's get some stats here.
Okay.
Jerry Apple.
Thank you, Diedrich. Anyway, Shelton had 5 first downs. O'Day had 17. Shelton passed for 12 times, completed 4, did not get any passing yardage in the second half, so they only got 45 yards in the air. I don't think there was any fumbles or interceptions that were recovered by the other team. I don't think there was any. There was a couple of fumbles,
right?
But I don't think anything was recovered by the opposite team.
There was one interception.
Was there one?
I think there was one interception.
Okay.
I'd have to double check, but my memory.
Now Shelton had 21 carries for a total of 11 yards. So you add the 11 yards on the ground with the 45 yards in the air, they had a total of 56 yards. One of the things that hurt Shelton a little bit was that they had 3 penalties, 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in the second half. So they had 7 penalties for 56 yards. I thought one of the bright spots was our kickoff returns, our punt returns. That was one of the bright spots on our place. I thought our punter did a fairly good job being rushed.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure.
I thought he did a really good job. Like I said, O'Day had 17 first downs. O'Day had 73 yards in the air. They completed 5 of 14. They only completed 1 first down, or 1 pass in the second half. The other thing is, this is amazing though. Okay, they had 273 yards on the ground.
Wow.
31 carries for 273 yards.
Wow.
You add that to the 73 in the air, and they had a total of 346 yards. So you're looking at 346 yards compared to Shelton's 56.
Right. And how many ball carriers did they have? We don't have to get
Oh,
into
gee. I'm going to have to take my shoes off. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 different ball carriers.
All right. Well, that's what you get out of a no-day team. Jerry, I don't want to cut you off, but let's wrap this thing up because these young ladies want to.
Yeah, they do.
They've been a great help, and I want to thank them again for helping
let's
out.
recognize their names.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my closing sheet here. Okay. That's not even it. It's on the other side. Okay, so my thanks to Jerry Apple, Harris, and Kara for helping out from the stagecraft class here.
Did you enjoy the experience tonight? Good. Well, we appreciate you very much.
All right, so that does it for us here at HIgclimbers Stadium. Final score: O'Day 42, Shelton nothing. My thanks to Jerry Apple for keeping the stats, and thanks to you for joining us. I'm Diedrich Allen.
And next week?
Next week, yes. We'll talk to you next Friday as the Yelm Tornadoes come to HIgclimbers Stadium. We'll see you then. Final again, 42-0, O'Day. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.